I know I am giving off complete Barbie doll vibes with this color scheme right now, but we're just gonna go with it. Hi guys, it's Drea. Today I have for you a tag video. This is the makeup mess tag. I've been meaning to get to this for quite a while, kind of forgot about it and then remembered, and here we are. This was originally created by Spooky Lips and Fat Hips. I will list her channel down below with a link to the original video. You should definitely go check that out. It's a really fun tag, and let's just get into it. First question is, how often do you wash your makeup brushes / sponges? So sponges I wash every time I use them. So I have my sponges right in here, and there's a bathroom right behind me, not behind there, but the next room over, so I can easily just walk over and easily clean my sponge every time I need to use it again, which is, you know, the next day. And so I always use a clean sponge. I think that's really important for your face, especially if you're prone to breakouts. You want to get rid of as much bacteria as possible when you are using makeup brushes. When it comes to eye brushes and other face brushes, sometimes I'm really good and sometimes I'm really, really bad. I have like a separate little holder where I will put my brushes once they definitely need to be cleaned, so that, you know, I only have in front of me clean stuff, and sometimes it whittles down to like the bare minimum, and I'm trying to do my makeup with like one little shading brush, and it's just crazy sometimes. So sometimes I go maybe a month without cleaning them. Now I don't reuse them, like I said, but it's a long time. Sometimes I'm good and I kind of spot clean them, or I clean them every week or 2 weeks. So it just depends, but sometimes it's far too long. Second question is, how do you organize your makeup collection? That's kind of a very vague question, but I think you guys know, because if you watch my Shop My Stash, you can see that behind me I have Alex drawers. I also have some acrylic organizers over here, and then some shelves with lipsticks up there. So I have the bulk of my collection back there, and then in front of me is my everyday makeup drawer where I rotate things in and out every 2 to 3 weeks, and that's how I make sure my makeup kind of gets rotated. So I am pretty organized because I keep, you know, cycling through stuff, and I have, you know, little compartments where everything goes. So I think my collection is actually pretty organized, especially now that I am decluttering. Third question is, do you put your makeup products away after you're done using them or leave them out for tomorrow? So I do things a little bit differently. I actually set up my makeup in order of how I apply it. I set it up in a line on my table right in front of me the night before I'm going to put it on. So I get all organized. I lay out my primers, foundation, everything in that order, so that the next day I can easily put it on without forgetting steps, without, you know, wondering where something is. And then as I'm applying it, I just put it back into my everyday makeup drawer, which is again right in front of me. So I guess I am very organized when it comes to that. Question number 4 is, loose or pressed powders? Both. Yeah, loose powders can get pretty messy, but I definitely like to use both. Number 5 is, do you ever fall asleep without taking your makeup off? Absolutely never. And I could be like sick, I could be drinking, I could be like so ultra exhausted. I always take off my makeup, fully take it off, wash my face, apply my skincare, and go to bed. There would have to be something crazy happening for me not to do that. It's just me really babying my skin. I didn't used to be like this when I was younger. I never washed my makeup off, like from the age of whenever I started applying it, 14, 15, till probably like I was 28. I never ever washed my face at night. Like when I would get in the shower, I would have the mascara raccoon eyes, you know, and then I would just take a towel and wipe it off. But yeah, I never did it before. So ever since I turned about 30-ish, I always do, because I'm obsessed with my skin. So question number 6 is, what makeup rules do you like to break? And I don't know about like to break, but one thing I definitely do break is expiry dates on things. For those of you that don't already know this, every makeup skincare product is going to have on it a little symbol. It's a little makeup jar with its lid up, and it will say a number of months. So I know it's tiny, but right there on here you can see it says 30M. So for 30 months this product is good. A lot of mascaras say right on it 6 months. Some primers, a lot of primers are a year. Foundations are usually a year. And that is from the time that you open them. A lot of them might be sitting on a shelf long before that, but it's really from when you actually open the product and expose it to air. And I definitely don't follow that. I go by smell and texture basically for a lot of things, especially cream products like lipstick. Now, if I know it's super old, I might still get rid of it, but like eyeshadow palettes usually stay on them a year, 18 months. I am not throwing away my eyeshadow palettes. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. You can disinfect your makeup, you know, by using an alcohol spray to disinfect it if you're worried after that amount of time. But for the most part, I definitely do not follow expiry dates. Question number 7, will you use a product even if it is cracked or broken? I think it depends on the product. So, I'll give you an example. This is my Essence eyeshadow in Snowflake. This has completely broken apart. I really like this product. I want to keep using it. There's nothing wrong with the product inside, but it's kind of a pain to me that this is broken, and every time I want to use it, I have to, you know, try to be gentle with it. If I put it in my drawer, sometimes like it gets knocked off and it gets like stuff stuck in here. So this, I'm pretty sure I have this in a panning project. After I'm done that project, I'm gonna be throwing this out and possibly repurchasing it, but basically it's just kind of annoying. And when something gets annoying and in the way, I don't always care that I could keep using it. There's no way to fix this. Whatever, like it's just not for me. Little annoyances, I just would rather get them out of my life. But then again, if I have almost fully panned something and it breaks, like for example, my e.l.f. HD pressed powder, I noticed the packaging on that because I've had them before, will break. Like the actual hinge will break off of it, but usually only till I'm almost done the product, right? So I'd rather just finish it up and then get rid of it and then repurchase it because the product is still good and I can put up with it for a little while. Question number 8, do you wait to pan a product completely before you replace it? Well, if it's the exact identical product, then yeah, I'm not going to get rid of like a powder until it's done, right? But if we're talking about buying new lipstick before I pan another shade, well, no, you guys know me, I buy different makeup all the time. So I guess the answer is yes if it's the identical product, except in the case of like the broken packaging. Question number 9, how do you feel about sharing makeup? Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of sharing makeup. I would never share anything that goes close to my eyeballs, mascara, eyeliner. It's just not worth it. Catching an infection, lipstick, no. Same reason why I wouldn't use like Sephora testers on my actual body. But I guess I would lend somebody my foundation if it was like, if they really needed it. I don't know. I've never been in that scenario, so I don't really need to think about that. But if it was absolutely necessary, something like, yeah, foundation, something that's like in a pump. I'm a little bit of a germaphobe most of the time. I wash my hands a lot and use hand sanitizer. So if it's a pretty sanitary reason, then yeah, I'm okay with it. Question number 10, kind of similar. How do you feel about buying or trading used makeup? It depends on the product. I have purchased used makeup before, but definitely powder products that can be easily sanitized, like highlighters, for example. And I would definitely sell some of my stuff, and I probably will be because I just did a declutter, so some of the higher end stuff I might sell. But like if it's like lipstick that's only halfway full, or no, you could just go buy your own lipstick at that point, right? Not like liquid lipstick where the wand touches your lips and you put it back in. No, I'm not going to be buying or selling anything like that. It's your own comfort level at that point. Question number 11, how often do you declutter makeup? Pretty much once a year, and I do it on my channel because you guys really like it. It's a very popular series. Lots of people love declutter videos on YouTube. So I might go through the entire year and know that I want to declutter something, but still hold on to it until I actually film a declutter, just because I want you guys to be involved in that scenario. If I didn't have a channel, I would probably just get rid of things as I decided I didn't like them. Question number 12 is, do you use your fingers to apply makeup? Almost, okay, let me think about this. Yes, for primer. I always use my hands for primer, never brushes, don't know why. That is, but I just do. I will sometimes apply eyeshadow with my finger, but pretty much I think that's the only reason. Again, when I was younger and I didn't have a YouTube channel, I just did my own thing, I applied my foundation every day with my hands. I never used a brush. I would just like rub it in and smooth it out and put powder over it, and we were all good. But I don't do that anymore. What products do you hoard in your purse? I don't really hoard anything. The most I have of stuff is lip products, just because I'm trying to pan stuff. But for the most part, I don't carry a lot of makeup in my purse. It's pretty much all in this room. Question 14, what is your least favorite step in your makeup routine? That's so easy, it's eyebrows. I like the results I get from doing my eyebrows. I hate doing my eyebrows. To me, it's so tedious. It's the least fun, probably because it's the same thing all the time. If you could do like crazy different shapes and colors, which you could if you wanted, but I'm not, on your eyebrows, I might like it more, you know, if I was doing a crazy rainbow ombre brow, but I don't do that. So I think that's why it's just not my favorite. And it's also, it takes a long time sometimes. Final question, what is your worst makeup memory? I don't know that I have a worst like particular memory, but I do look back on when I was younger, and I think I've mentioned this before on my channel, the stupidest thing I ever used to do. Okay, let me preface this by saying, when I started doing foundation, I liked using it because it covered up acne, like when I was a teenager, and I never used to really get a lot of zits on my forehead, so I would just do foundation like up to here, and I would never put anything on my forehead, ever. And so I have foundation like here and then skin. And I mean, I look at pictures of myself from back then and you can clearly see there is a line of demarcation where it's a completely different color forehead than the rest of the face. So that's probably like my most embarrassing makeup I've ever done in my past. Yeah. So there you go, there's the makeup mess tag. I don't think anybody actually tagged me, I just saw a few of my friends do this, so I'm really glad it was created by Spooky Lips and Fat Hips. Like I said, go check her out, I will link her below. And that is it for today. If you're new around here, definitely subscribe. I'd love to see you around in the future. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you are speaking kindly to yourself, especially when you look in the mirror. Stop picking apart your perceived flaws. I guarantee you that you are the only one who is seeing them. But I hope that you're having a great day. I love you guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.